Hello and welcome to today's video. Today's Monday, it's a little bit cold outside, and my question for you is, do you like Monday? And I'm not asking this for comments or something, just let me know down below. I want to know my audience, like, do you like Monday or you don't like Monday? And this is related to the content of today's video, and I'm gonna tell you my experiences, my journey as an employee and then as an entrepreneur. And I'm gonna start with the employee part because that's how it went for me. Like, I graduated college. I'm gonna tell you my backstory real quick. So I graduated from college, and then like I had this. I was put in front of the situation where I needed to get a job like anybody else. Maybe you are in this situation. Maybe you already have a job. Maybe you can relate to this story. So my parents work in Russia, so I went there and I applied for a job and I got accepted, mainly because I had already a skill and then I speak good English, and it's not so common in Russia. Okay, so I was working there, and I'm gonna tell you like the one thing that I call what I was doing in Russia. I call it 40-40. And maybe depending on which country are you from, you may know what this is, and maybe you don't know. And it actually, like, I'm gonna tell you some numbers. So it's gonna be 8 times 5 equals 40, and this is 40 hours per week. Hours per week. Okay. So this is the first 40. Now the second one is 65 minus 25, which is again 40. And this is rough numbers of retiring and then like when people usually start to have a job. And this is 40 years. Now think about it, how does that sound? 40-hour weeks for 40 years. Cool, right? Working as a job, and then like I'm gonna tell you, like, I was working there for a month, and then I decided like I'm not gonna do this anymore, and I decided to quit. But I didn't succeed the first time. My boss managed to convince me, and then I stayed for about 5 more months, so it was half a year. And like I was working, but I'm gonna tell you my schedule, but because it wasn't 40, like it's really important to see this, because when you're gonna see like what connection, like what how it was for me, maybe you'll be able to relate and see the picture better of what I'm about to explain in this video. So I was waking up at 6:40 Monday to Friday a.m. and then I would go to work at about 7:20. Yeah, I don't need makeup, so it would be quick for me to eat and get ready. Okay, and then at about 7:20 I had to travel to my place where I work, about 1 hour and 40 minutes, and then I would get there roughly at 9 a.m. Okay, so this was my first journey to my job, and then 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. It sounds scary for me right now. 7 p.m. I was working for this job, and then at 7 p.m. I would go to the train station. Then at about 7:20, so at about 7:20 p.m. I would go home. It was like 9 p.m. I would be back home. So this is where the day starts for me, because it was all about work. I couldn't do anything because it would take from 6 to 9 p.m. Like, imagine how bad that is. And like I remember my last month at this job, like, in order to continue, I couldn't do anything else, but I was eating a ton of chocolate. Like I didn't get fat or anything, but I was eating a ton of chocolate because I was depressed because of how much time was this taking, and I wasn't feeling fulfilled at all. So this was my experience as an employee, as somebody who has a job which is common for a lot of people. And then like when I quit the job like permanently, my mom asked me like, what are you gonna do after you go home, because I was about to go home to my country from Russia. And I was like, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna think about how I'm gonna grow my own business. Because like I was sitting every day next to my boss, and I was like looking at my colleagues and then at my boss, and I was like, oh, this guy has time freedom, and he has financial freedom, and then he has location freedom. He could travel anytime to his family, which was in another country, and he could go there anytime, and his business wouldn't suffer, his financial freedom wouldn't suffer. And then I was like, that's what I want. That's what I want for me. And basically, that's what I went home and started to do. So I quit my program and then I went home, and this is what I don't want for me. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I don't want this either for my audience and for those who I'm trying to impact. And when I went home, I started researching different business models online. So I mainly was doing e-commerce. So I researched e-commerce, and then I was doing drop shipping. And I did drop shipping, then I failed a couple of times. Then I was selling softwares. Again, I failed, because that's how the entrepreneurship. So this is the employee. So let's call this a job. So this is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship. Okay. So I was doing e-commerce and had some successes here and there, and then I had like a service-based business for about 6 months, and then like I started researching more about something that I thought was really cool, and like I had this epiphany that day when I discovered this thing, and I couldn't sleep the entire night. It was 1st of December 2017 when I found out about the ClickFunnels affiliate program, and it was like such a discovery for me. It was like this epiphany when I was like, whoa, this sounds really cool. Like you can sell other people's products and make commissions and make recurring commissions. But for some reason, like that, even though like I couldn't sleep that night, when I wake up the next day, like I didn't start to implement anything. So I was just doing this service-based business. Like I continued to do this, and like I wanted to present these two perspectives. Right now I do mostly affiliate marketing, and I'm building a team around the service-based business, and that's how I succeeded to because I had to try all these things. So my point is that with entrepreneurship, for me, like I'm telling my experience, it was like failure, some success here and there, and then I found like what is the right fit for me, and it's affiliate marketing. And what I tell usually is because I consider this a win-win-win business model where the client wins, like whom you recommended, the seller, which is the company, and then me, who is who I'm an affiliate marketer as well. So this is the right fit for me because like when I'm telling you about affiliate marketing, it's about selling other people's products, and one of the best products for affiliate marketing is ClickFunnels. And if you don't know what that is, I recommend that you watch one of my videos where I explained how the ClickFunnels affiliate program works. But with ClickFunnels, you don't necessarily have to use it for affiliate marketing. You can use it as a recommendation, or you can sell your own product. So that was a part of my epiphany as well. Like you could do so many things with it. And it's not the only product. Like there are thousands of products that you can sell with affiliate marketing. And yeah, when you're doing affiliate marketing, you're an entrepreneur anyway, because like you're doing your own thing, then you have to build a team, then you're building this system, and you're creating passive income. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm teaching on my YouTube channel. And the call of this video is that you check the group that I have in the description. Should be the group where I'm sharing a lot of resources and tips and strategies that work for me, results as well, how these strategies work. And if you're interested in going from this to this, and I gotta tell, like this may not be for everybody, but for most people this can be as a side hustle. Like many people start this as a side thing, like besides their job, are doing some entrepreneurial moves, like are trying different businesses, and this is the right thing that I think everybody should do this. It may not be full time for everybody, but it should be a side hustle for a lot of people. And one thing that changed from here to here is the mindset. It's a lot of mindset work, and I realized this in the past couple of months, that I need to work on the mindset, because that's what my team will receive as well. How I think, that's how you're gonna have your team think as well. And if you're not building a team, you definitely should build one. So that's a part of creating a business, creating some income, which should be passive, because otherwise if you're doing active income and it's not so much, then you're basically doing the same thing, just called differently. So that's a couple of main takeaways from this video, and I hope you like this. Definitely consider joining the giveaway which I have in my group below, which is I'm not giving away things that are like you're gonna use it once and then you're not gonna get any value from it. I'm giving away resources that would teach you how you can go from your job to your entrepreneurship, or maybe you have a business that is stuck. Also, you're gonna be able to take advantage of the books that I'm giving, which are gonna be .com Secrets and Expert Secrets, the One Funnel Away Challenge, which I'm gonna pay for the winner number one. I'm gonna pay the One Funnel Away Challenge. And also, if you're watching this today, make sure you watch the live video which I'm gonna do in the group, and then check out the giveaway. If you like today's content, definitely make sure to leave it a like, and let me know down below, like in the beginning I asked you, do you like Mondays? And maybe like what route sounds more like for you, like what do you think is right for you? Because entrepreneurship is all about solving problems, it's all about taking risks, and usually you're gonna hear this expression, and I totally agree with it. Entrepreneurs are those who are changing the world, and it's because of the creative mind, and of the not necessarily super creative, but you need to take risks and to solve other people's problems. And as an entrepreneur, you can solve the problems of a lot of people using the internet as well. Okay, so see you in the group and inside the giveaway, and in tomorrow's video as well.